Hey y'all, Faith Kelly and Caswyn here, and we are in Akron, Ohio at the Keystone House. And this is kind of like a little surprise video for our friend Doug because, man, this has got to be like a year or so ago. I think it was one of our birthdays.
Yeah, he gave us a gift card
For Airbnb. And we don't typically stay at Airbnbs because a lot of times we're on the road and we got to find a place real quickly. And I get on there and I get a little overwhelmed, but because Fasnacht Festival is tonight. If you're in Akron, Ohio, and you're watching this, there's still tickets available at the door. Come on out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have no idea what to expect. But this video goes out. It's a shout out to our friend Doug Drossel out in Pine Bush. Thank you so much for watching our back on the road. This Airbnb has been such a treat, and we want to show it to y'all. So this, first of all, we're starting off in the bathroom because it's just so freaking beautiful. From the floor, we will tell you a little bit about this place.
We're the first guests.
We're the first Airbnb guests.
Yeah.
I think that Steven, the host, said that this is like the two midterm stays, and then we're their first Airbnb stay. So when we were looking around in Akron, we wanted a place close to the Hug place because that's where we're playing. And there was no reviews on this spot, and we're going to be the first review. So
I want to see it.
This is our video review for a vlog, and then we're going to actually write up a review.
I love this painting.
Yes. I have, wow, what a cool, wait, stand a little closer. This is just a cool, just a little bit, like, step right up on the toilet. Wow, that is so cool, because the cat and the Caswyn, I'm going to have to screenshot that. Oh, okay. So I have look, the reviews are good. This place is awesome. Steven, you did a beautiful job. It's in an awesome part. Out in Akron, very historical. So I'm gonna zoom out here so we can get all the, but if you're in Akron or you're looking for a place in Akron to stay, this is a very wonderful, homely place. He put so much work into it, but also kept a lot of the historical accuracies, and made it really just beautiful. And I'm just so obsessed with the little details. Like this is one I noticed last night. Look at that little, like, I'm really short trying to show you this, but that little, like, flower thing up there, it's just, they don't make stuff like they do, like this anymore. I believe that this building, the Keystone House, also this bathtub, I'm trying to show it to y'all. Y'all know how I like a tubby every once in a while. Just beautiful. Freaking awesome shower, man. And of course, with the Airbnbs, look at these cupboards. They come provided with the stuff you need, some washcloths, hangers for your stuff, especially if you're doing a midterm stay. I believe he does do midterm and long-term stays as well. So if you go on to Airbnb, I'll put the link in the YouTube so you can actually find this spot exactly. What's in here? I forget. Oh yeah. Laundry bags. If you need to iron your stuff, he's got everything ready for you. Oh my God, this place, this building and this block and everything about it has just been such a trip. So yeah, man, this is the bathroom. I'm just in love with it. Man, it's been a minute since we've done like a video on like a walkthrough video on a space. And this is the bedroom. Just a nice, beautiful space, a lot of room, a lot of, places to check yourself out. Make sure you're looking good for the day, for the show tonight. The bed, super freaking comfy, man. I slept like a rock last night. I mean, we drove about a little over 6 hours to get here, and Kaz had to do about 2 hours of driving beforehand. Look at him sitting there. I love this living room.
You know what else I really like about this place? The nice, safe off-street parking.
Yes.
Yeah. A nice little parking spot. You nudge right up to it, and it's in the driveway, and
it's nice and safe.
You feel like pretty good about your gear being out there.
Yeah, especially in Akron's pretty chill town.
But I mean, we've been to some places where it's like, we want to park right out front of the window, but here it's kind of like it's very nice, man. You did a good job.
Oh, and it's just
I slept like a rock.
Yeah.
Dude.
You look so great sitting with that chair and that light.
I needed that sleep.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting so many ideas for our own house in here. Just like this whole kitchen setup, it comes with a full stocked kitchen. This stove, I'm videoing this stove right now, so I know to get a stove like this because we are in need of a new stove. But it comes with a fully stocked kitchen. You got your your cups. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize he's got a pour over up there. You got some spices. So if you want to do some cooking, you got everything you need. Also, yeah, this fridge is, so we have like
Super clean too, man. This place is like
in our house, we have this same exact fridge. That's our stuff. It's a little pineapple, a little prime, a little milk. I think this is so cute. This is our food bag. Look at this rolling out. Oh, it rolls right out. And then you have a little microwave. Comes with tea. Awesome little tea kettle. Some coffee pods. And also just like one of the details, I love this, like, oh my God. There's no kind of heat like that, man. Radiator heat, man. So this spot is so freaking cool. And just real quickly, Ohio.
Super cozy.
You got a little, you know, your other stuff in here. What is this? A toaster oven. If it's chilly, they do have a little radiator heat. They, you know, I wouldn't really mess with the thermostat in here. And of course, first aid kit.
But actually, you don't have to. It's very cozy.
It's super cozy. And like, we got here and it was 55 degrees yesterday and we woke up and there was snow. So, but now I want to show you something that I think was so freaking cool. Also, gotta love the little robot. But real quickly, I'll talk to you in the mirror. You guys know that one of my favorite things is reading books, especially about like local hauntings and history and stuff. And one of the first things I noticed when I got here, and I stayed up to like 2 a.m. going through this stuff, is several things. So when you get in here, first you're like, wow, look at this place. Then you start to look around and you start to look at the fine details. And, you know, he's got all of these amazing, let me move that stuff out of the way, historical documented books. Let me zoom in just for quality's sake.
Cool history.
The whole house has like really cool history. And so I've been paging through here. It's like, this is on the National Registration for Historic Places, Monumental Mountain Festival. So you can just spend hours drinking tea, going through here, learning about history about this building in this town, which I had spent some time in Akron a long time ago, but I did not know it had such a rich history. I didn't know that it was the rubber capital of the world at the time.
The problems that they had when they were first settling it because of the swampiness.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like that Akron was in a swamp. I didn't know that Ohio had a swamp, but that was back in like the 1830s. Oop. Try to put this back in here. Oop. All right, sorry about that. The Carmichael Construction Company. So I got to know. I think Steven put this all together. Yeah, a little history on the house. So I believe, from what I know, is that the guy who built this house built most of downtown Akron as well. And it's been so fun paging through these. You guys have to stay here to go through the whole entire book. But just giving you, look at that. That architecture. Oh my God. It's just some crazy stuff, man. I freaking love Ohio. It's becoming one of my favorite states. And the good thing is, you always got to go through Ohio to get out west. Now, so you sit down here, right? And you're like, oh, wow, what a nice place. It's got the TV up there. And he also put together, will you actually film this part? Will you hold this? He actually put together this beautiful Welcome to the Keystone House book. And usually you get a welcome book when you go into a B&B, but this is like so freaking well done, dude. Like, this is like a freaking novel of information. So it gives you everything you need to know, tells you about your host, and I believe his family is still out here, so we might run into like a sister, but he's actually out of state. It tells you about us. It gives you the Keystone House is owned by Keith Fleming and Ken Tan, and the historic Hall Park allotment in Akron's West Hill neighborhood, which I went for a jog this morning, and after this, I'll show you some footage from my jog so you can actually see the neighborhood a little bit. It gives you your Wi-Fi information, all your check-in information, The communication on how to get here and how to be with all the keys and everything, which will show you how secure this place is too. House rules, but it gets really interesting. You know, it gives you all your local restaurants. Like, look how beautifully designed this book is. Usually it's just like written on like a Word document, and it's, look at that. This is just freaking beautiful. And
It's like typed out on white paper through a Xerox copier.
yeah, and like it's laminated and stuff, which is really great. And maybe
It's
there's
in
like
some cheesy plastic binder.
yeah, which I love. I love a plastic binder of information, but
You know what this gives me vibes of? You know who would be very good friends?
Jeff Malang.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Malang. Yeah, dude. It's,
Jeff Malang would have a lot of respect for this place.
if you're watching this right now, we've done reviews and stayed at this Airbnb. Our friend Jeff Malang, when we're in Winston-Salem, he puts us up in a different Airbnb each
Camel
time.
City Loft, right?
Camel City Lofts, and Winston-Salem has a Akron, Ohio vibe.
Yeah, man.
It's really
weird.
it's kind of weird.
It's got the same kind of vibey feeling to
But
it.
we just feel like you would be best friends with Jeff, just the way this place is. And I know he's getting more properties across the street and around Akron as
Jeff
well.
would love this room. He would.
I know.
He'd be like, "Yeah, y'all did a fantastic job."
So yeah, it gives you all of this information, and this is the coolest part of the book. It gives you the history of the Hall Park allotment, and when we go to the next clip, you're going to see these are brick-lined streets, and it gives you a small history on each of the allotment buildings in the neighborhood. I stayed up with my tea this morning, and I read through this whole entire thing. It was so freaking cool. And let me find the one. Let me find the one for this one. I'll read it to you because, okay. So this is the place we're staying now. G.W. Carmichael and Company, then incorporated into Carmichael Construction Company, Akron Pavement and Plaster, proper Akron Brick Exchange, and Vice President, the Wise Furnace Company, headquarters at the Hamilton Building, which he built. Built numerous churches, city buildings, schools, factories, rubber baron mansions in Akron and surrounding areas. I would say for certain he built his own house here, and likely the large original batch of homes in the Hall Park allotment. He worked with Harpster and Bliss, building Barn 3 for the O.C. Barber on his Anna Dean farm, had his own brick exchange, and was tragically killed in an auto collision with a streetcar/trolley in 1915. His widow Hannah remained in this house until her passing in 1946. And it goes on to talk about how this
There's
house
a
was built.
whole thing on there.
So this is like pages of information on all the people who lived in this neighborhood, and there was really some truly interesting like builders and people in this neighborhood. A lot of stuff happened out here, man. What a cool freaking town. So you guys got to stay here to look through this book yourself. But I'm very honored that we're the first Airbnb people to hold this book and go through it and show it to y'all. So I hope you guys stay here. Now, real quickly, let me see that. So anyways, resume. You're sitting here looking at the TV and you go, wait, what is down here? Oh, I was up till 2 a.m. I read all of the Shadows of Akron scrapbook. Alan Costa, I don't know who you are, but this was so much fun. He basically took these pictures and superimposed pictures of where these buildings used to stand to preserve the history of Akron and how things were built out here. Very cool book. I'd say you can actually email this dude, both on Amazon.com. I would say stay here or go buy the book from this guy and support a local author. That's I'm into that. I also read a little bit of Last Akron and Haunted Akron this morning for my reading hour. And of course, you got to love Cedar Point. One day we're going to go to Cedar Point. But I love these kind of books. It's been a whole lot of fun. So thank you so much, Stephen, for this awesome spot. And of course, we signed the guest book. Can't wait to see who signs the guest book after us. And we hope that if you're traveling through, even if you got to go to Cleveland, man, this place is freaking awesome. So thank you again. We're going to actually get our coats on and go run some errands. And I'm going to show you the outside of the building, and then we'll meet you in the van, and I'll show you my little jog. I'm not going to lie. This is a maximum security Airbnb. Brick-lined streets, a whole lot of history. It's on the registry, man. I would just highly suggest staying here if you're ever coming through. Look at this beautiful porch. And like I said, I will put the link in vote yes on brick streets. I can say I like that. But you have this awesome hanging out area as well. I can totally see on a day that's not like 20 degrees, hanging out here with a bunch of my friends, maybe meeting the other tenants. Yeah, man, keep it up, dude. This is an awesome spot, and I'm really, really grateful that we got to stay here and I'm honored to be your first Airbnb guest. But, all right, we're gonna hop in the van now and see where Akron takes us tonight before Fasnacht Festival. All right, just want to give you guys a little drive through the allotment neighborhood. Really cool houses. I love the brick streets. You can't fly down them.
You gotta go slow, man.
There's no speeding in this neighborhood. It's kind of cool. But so I actually took a really cool jog this morning, and I did bring my phone with me because it's a little easy to get lost in these neighborhoods, and I like having my phone on me when I'm jogging on the road. So I'm going to cut to that little bit. I did a little bit of a jogging tour of actually that right there, that cemetery right up there. So we're just going to cut to a few hours ago this morning and jog through this cemetery, which yeah, check it out. All right, y'all, so while we're on the exploration of the Airbnb in Akron in general, the host had recommended checking out this Glendale Cemetery, and you know, yesterday it was 55 degrees and now it is snowing at about 18 degrees, but I'm gonna jog through it and show y'all what we find. This town has got a lot of really fun history to it, and I'm gonna turn the camera on and show y'all. Okay, wow, host wasn't lying. This is so freaking cool. I'm gonna do more of a slow walk here. Look at this. This was so worth the jog through in this snowy kind of chilly day. Wow. Let's get a closer look at this building. It took about, I think it's about 0.8 miles away from the spot. You can probably hear my GPS still going. There's a lot of, wow, to our unknown dead. Yo, I gotta say, Akron has some gothic vibes, man. Like, I played here a long time ago with my old band, and I never really got to explore it like this. Like, actually kind of drive through the streets, just kind of used to go to the venue, play, and then leave. But this is really cool to be here for Fasnacht Festival, because we actually get to explore a little bit. 1839. That's crazy. All right, host wasn't lying about crypts, man. Wow. If you're in Akron, I turned this GPS off. If you're in Akron and you are looking for a place to stay at this Airbnb, take a ride. You know, you can drive. It's easy to access by a vehicle and walk through here, man. Honor the dead a little bit. Wow. Whoa. Okay, I gotta go check this out now. This is, I gotta turn this GPS off. Hold on. Cuckoo-ca-choo, Mrs. Robinson. Dang. Look at this place. This is so much fun. So much for jogging, man. I'm just kind of gawking. You know, one thing I love about 1800s to 1900s architecture is these little, just like these little details that you don't see in modern day. I wonder what's up with that. It matches my shoe. In modern day design. That's beautiful. Can you see in there? Oh. Not gonna lie. A little spooky. A little eerie. Yesterday was freaking 55 and sunny. And now, I mean, I'm freshly woken up and I'm jogging around, and like, you can see it's, Akron's kind of like a little Halloween town. If you're from here and you're watching, would you agree? You know, I have some friends who live out here, but this is just so cool. Let's continue exploring. Man, I cannot get over some of these views. If I had all the time in the world, I would be checking out all the histories of all these people. You know, just in the Airbnb alone, as you saw, because I mean, I'm actually filming this before. Whoa. I'm filming this before we filmed the Airbnb segment because we're just waking up, getting ready for our day. But I had to do it. Look at this, 1910. Wow. Okay, wow. But as you saw, man, there's so much history in this little neighborhood, in this town. Strong sense of workmanship in Akron, Ohio. That's one thing I really love. Wow, it just keeps going and going. I was going to cut and jump to about a quarter mile up the road, but why do that when we can enjoy this view of the dead, the previous living? I love a good jog through the cemetery. When I was talking to the host, he recommended this. I was like, all right, he knows what we're into. Sorry if this is kind of jumpy. I think the only other time I did a jogging tour was in Cape Girardeau. You know, we're looking at the Great Wall of Missouri, the Hall of Fame of the musicians and all that. Okay, I'm gonna go see what's up over that hill. Let my hand, oh, accurate. But let my hand warm up a little. Wow, so I'm in a different part of the cemetery now, and it just was really catching my eye, so I wanted to share it with y'all. Really a beautiful, historic cemetery. Don't like to film every little bit of it because you gotta respect the dead. But I did want to share this with y'all. Wow. I just can't believe it. Actually, before I go down and exit the cemetery, I want to show you one last thing I saw over here. Alright. This actually looked a little too cool, so I'm actually going to show you something before I show you what I was originally going to show you. I just can't get over these buildings, man. This one right here, just making sure. I think there's some people out visiting loved ones, but look at the detail work on this grave site. I zoom in on here. Hold on. Look at that. Oh. Okay. Also, sometimes I make these little jogging videos to show y'all, but I also to show Caswyn, just in case we don't have time to drive around and walk around in the 18-degree cold. That's why I kind of am continuing to move quickly, because you know, once that sweat freezes. Look at that. Look at that design. Like, someone sculpted that. Someone did that. Someone did that. You know, that's we talk about that a lot on the road. We're driving around and seeing things that we've never seen before. It's like, oh my God, dude. Someone like 100 or 200, almost 200 years ago did all this. What the heck? So the cemetery continues down there, but for the sake of time and not freezing my butt off, I'm going to show you this exit the graveyard. We're going to go do the walk around video, which you already saw. And we're going to go explore Akron a little bit next, which you will see next. Look at this. This section of the graveyard really caught my eye. All these pillars. It's got to be beautiful in here in the spring too. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is beautiful. I'm a fan of the snow day. You know, like that little layer of snow. What is that? Huh. Wow. Yeah, it looks like some of these are removed. That ain't cool. Look at that. That's really cool. Thank you for the recommendation to come here. This has been an epic morning jog so far. I'm going to start my way back. Hold on one second. I'm going to start my way back to the Airbnb. We're going to get going on today. Hey, you know, let me know if you're watching these couple wander videos. Do you guys like when I go on a little, take you on my jog with me and check out the things that we might not normally catch when we're like loading gear and going to the gig and everything? Because I do this every day, and it's one of my, look at this stuff, man. It's one of my favorite things to do when we're touring and at home. I jog through a graveyard at home too. But when we're on the road, if you want to come on my jogs with me, let me know and we can see. It's kind of how I get to do a lot more of the sightseeing that we couldn't normally do when we're on like gig time, you know. So I'm gonna go down this little road here. Wow, man, those barren trees. I was actually in a movie called Buried Trees. You can find it on Tubi. Good movie. Good cast and crew. Wow. I gotta watch my step going down here. But yeah, man, I love jogging on the road. You know, we spend a lot of time in the van, and when I get out, I love to go exploring. You know, if we get a good nature trail, and you see a lot of the town this way, you know, because you cover a little bit more speed. Although I end up stopping and taking pictures or looking at things. Wow. What? Look at that detail. Is that a pharaoh? What a view right there. I gotta take a picture. All right. I jump cut out of the cemetery past the it's not a busy road, but I was just hustling. It's definitely chilly out here, but here we are back in the neighborhood with the Airbnb. Just want to give you a quick little jogging view because these houses are just so beautiful. Oh, here we are. Perfect. You know, we love a sign. Take a pause right here if you want to read about it. But this is the Hall Park Allotment Historic District. Boomtown in 20th century. It was the rubber capital of the world, man. And it's just, the house we're staying in, I suppose, the dude was an architect and built most of the city. Very interesting history. Love these brick roads, man. It is just so freaking cool. Really, really grateful for the opportunity to be here. Thank you, John, for inviting us to Fasnacht, and thank you, Doug, for, you know. Anyways, I'll see you on the next clip. All right, y'all. So that's been our morning here in Akron. Tonight we're playing the Fasnacht Festival, so tomorrow's video will show you everything that goes on there. We have no idea what to expect. I'm super stoked for the Polka Maniacs. They're going to be playing right before us.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
And the Hug place looks awesome too. So please, if you're watching, hit subscribe because you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's video. Today's video is excellent. Thank you again, Doug, for giving us a reason to stay in that beautiful neighborhood and check out that Airbnb. And thank you, Stephen, for making a wonderful place for travelers to stay.
Yeah, Doug, next time we see you, I'm going to have a personal care package for you.
It's true.
I'm not going to tell you what it's going to involve.
And then Monday, Monday we will be posting a video, probably from the driveway. We're going to be announcing our next tour, so it won't be fully booked probably, but it's looking pretty awesome. So we'll talk about that, and we'll take a few days off and do some other kind of work. But thank you guys so much for watching. We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.